The distress signal rippled through subspace like a dying scream, reaching every civilized world within 100 light-years. Ambassador Zethkri of the Altarian Federation clutched the communication console aboard his diplomatic vessel, his four eyes wide with terror as he transmitted the emergency broadcast. "This is Federation diplomatic ship Harmony's voice." His translator rendered his chittering speech into Galactic standard. "We are under attack by unknown hostiles. Our escort has been destroyed. Engines failing. Any vessel capable of assistance, please respond. Coordinates follow." The transmission cut to static as another plasma lance tore through his ship's hull. 3 parsecs away, Captain Sarah Chen sat in the command chair of the UES Retribution, flagship of Earth's 3rd battle fleet. The bridge hummed with the quiet efficiency of a human warship. No fancy holographic displays or crystalline interfaces like the other species preferred. Just hardened steel, redundant systems, and the soft glow of tactical screens. "Captain, we're receiving a Federation distress call," reported Lieutenant Commander Torres from Communications. "Diplomatic vessel under attack, escort destroyed." Chen's jaw tightened. The Altarians had been instrumental in humanity's acceptance into the galactic community 5 years ago. Despite the other species' reservations about the warlike primitives from Sol 3, distance to their coordinates. 4 hours at maximum burn, ma'am. Signal the fleet. All ships course change. Maximum acceleration. Chen turned to her tactical officer. "Commander Walsh, what do we have in the area?" Walsh's fingers danced over his console. "Long-range sensors show 6 unknown vessels, frigate class, attacking the diplomatic ship. Configuration doesn't match any known species in our database." "Pirates," Chen muttered. "The galaxy's latest scourge. Rogue fleets that had appeared from the unexplored rim, hitting soft targets and disappearing into dark space." 4 hours later, the 3rd fleet dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the battle zone. What they found made even the veteran spacers pause. The Harmony's voice hung dead in space, atmosphere bleeding from dozens of hull breaches. Around it, the twisted wreckage of 2 Altarian escort cruisers drifted like broken toys. And closing in for the kill, 6 sleek predator ships bearing the scars and jury-rigged weapons of pirates. "They're jamming the diplomatic ship's escape pods," reported Torres. "Sensors show approximately 40 Altarian survivors trapped aboard." Chen stood, her expression stone cold. "Battle stations. Signal the fleet. Attack pattern Delta. Target those pirate vessels." The unknown raiders had expected easy prey, not the sudden appearance of humanity's war fleet. Earth ships bore little resemblance to the elegant curves and artistic flourishes favored by other galactic civilizations. They were blunt instruments of war, angular, armored, bristling with weapons and defensive systems designed by a species that had spent millennia perfecting the art of killing its own kind. The lead pirate vessel, a converted merchant ship twice the size of a human destroyer, turned its guns on the approaching fleet. Plasma bolts and particle beams lanced out, striking the Retribution's forward shields. "Shields at 85%, reported the tactical officer. "Minor hull scoring on decks 12 through 14. Chen smiled grimly. These pirates were used to fighting merchants and lightly armed patrol ships, not dedicated warships built by a species that considered overkill a starting point. "Return fire. Full broadside." The Retribution unleashed hell. Magnetic accelerator cannons sent tungsten slugs downrange at relativistic speeds, while missile pods deployed smart munitions that danced around the pirate ship's point defense systems. The raiders' shields collapsed under the first volley, and the second punched through its armor like tissue paper. The alien vessel broke apart in a brief, brilliant explosion. "One down," Chen announced calmly. "Continue firing." The remaining pirates scattered, but Earth's fleet had them surrounded. The humans had learned their lessons in the crucible of 1,000 wars. Never give an enemy room to maneuver. Never show mercy to those who prey on the innocent. And never, ever fight fair. Within 10 minutes, the space around the crippled diplomatic vessel was filled with expanding debris clouds and rapidly cooling wreckage. Not a single pirate ship escaped. "Damage report," Chen ordered. "Minimal damage across the fleet, ma'am." The destroyer Vengeance reports some armor scoring. "That's it." Chen nodded and activated fleet communications. "All ships deploy rescue shuttles. Medical teams to standby. Let's get those survivors out." As the rescue operation began, Ambassador Zethkri found himself aboard the Retribution sickbay, his compound fractures being treated by a human medic with surprising gentleness. The same species that had just annihilated 6 pirate vessels was now carefully tending to his wounds. "Captain Chen," he managed through his translator, my government will want to thank you properly. Perhaps we could arrange some form of compensation." Chen shook her head. "No need, Ambassador. We were in the neighborhood. But your response time? You arrived so quickly. Were you already conducting military operations in this sector?" The human captain's expression remained neutral. "We monitor all Federation channels, Ambassador. When someone sends a distress call, we respond." Zethkri's 4 eyes blinked in sequence, a sign of deep thought among his people. "The other species? They have protocols, committees. Emergency responses require authorization from planetary governments, approval from Fleet Command." "Yeah, well," Chen said, adjusting her uniform, "humans do things differently. Someone attacks a diplomatic vessel carrying civilians? We don't debate. We don't committee it to death. We load our guns and we respond." Later, as the Third Fleet escorted the rescued Altarians back to Federation space, Zethkri transmitted his report to the Federation Council. His words would spark debates in assembly halls across dozens of worlds. The human response was unprecedented. They asked no questions about politics or profit. They simply heard a call for help and answered with overwhelming force. Other species in the galaxy have armies. Humans have something else. They have warriors who fight not for conquest, but for the simple principle that innocents should not suffer, while good beings have the power to intervene. The report concluded with a recommendation that would reshape galactic politics. The Federation should consider expanding humanity's role in deep space security. They may be a young species, but they possess something many older civilizations have lost: the will to act when action is needed. Captain Chen never saw that report. She was already plotting the fleet's next patrol route, scanning for the next distress call that would inevitably come. In a galaxy full of predators, someone had to be ready to answer when the innocent called for help. And humanity, it seemed, was very good at answering calls.